Hey y'all, so this is Reed. So I am coming to you guys to just briefly talk about 90 Day Fiancé, but just a couple of couples. We're not talking about everyone. We don't care about Gino and Jasmine. As I said, I don't believe their storyline. We do not care about, Kimberly finally getting wood from Soulja Boy. We don't care, we don't care, we don't care. We are sticking to just two couples that stood out for me, and that is Mike and Ximena and Ben and Mahogany. Let's get Ben and Mahogany out the way. Ben, as we've always said, he is a damn fool. Ben is, how do I describe this? Ben is delusional and it's absolutely ridiculous. You went out of your way to come down there to meet this complete stranger, abandoned your family for it, and now you realize, oh, you know what? This may not be her place. This may not be her anything, her face, like Ben. Mahogany is a paid actress that the producer hired in order to give you a storyline, especially considering that Alina and forget the guy's name, that they're gone for the show. Okay, like their segment ended very quickly. This is what the producers did and said, let's go ahead and hire this girl. Of course, that place is not hers. Oh, you lied about your age. You're 22 and not 24. That's my daughter's age. 24 is still your fucking daughter's age, Ben. What? You act like she told you she was 29 and turns out to be 22. No, she said she was 24, turns out to be 22. 2 fucking years of a difference is still your daughter's age. That is still your daughter's age mate. That is still your daughter's close friends. That is still your daughter's classmates. Ben, like, I'm going to tell you again, Ben, go to hell. Because we don't have time for it. Moving on, we get to Mike and Ximena. As I said to you guys, Mike is disgusting to me. As I said to you guys, I knew that eventually Ximena would get to that point where she's just like, you know what? America is just really not worth it to put up with who he is. She's disgusted by him. She's disgusted. Is Mike a nice guy? Yeah. But he still is a disgusting person. And you thought that because of her chaos and her, lack of finances and her upbringing and, just the fact that you are this, this person that's coming in to provide not just her, but her family's, stability, you took that with no type of thought towards what you were portraying, right? Because in your mind, so what? It's not as bad as her dealing with a hitman or her having a baby by a man that's like in prison, or her not knowing her child's father or the first one and getting pregnant at 15. Like, so what that I'm doing all of these disgusting, deplorable things? Who cares? Like, it's not that big of a deal. Your partner, regardless of, does not need to be repulsed by you. As I said, Mike, I was repulsed by you. I cannot eat my food to go and watch your segment. Even me talking about you right now, I was cooking. I had to stop my cooking. Like, I can't even continue. I can't even sample my food because I have to talk about you. You were very repulsive. You were very disgusting. And Ximena just got sick of faking it. Now, the fact that she couldn't even hide it anymore, like, it's written all over her face. Every time she's with you, she's like grossed out. She's like, it's all over her energy, her body language, her face. She does not even want to stay in the same room with you. Like, she's grossed out. And now she's looking at you strictly as someone that is a trick. Period. Point blank, period. I think in the beginning, I don't think that Ximena went into this thinking like, oh, this is a guy that I'm going to use. I don't think that. I think that in the beginning when they were interacting, I think she really did see herself being with this guy. But I think that during his last trip, leading up to the beginning of this trip, where you are dragging poop into her home, I think she just realized I cannot be with this person. In the beginning, you can tell the first time she met him when she greeted him and whatnot, you can tell that she was into him. But over time, with all of his repulsive behaviors, she couldn't take it anymore. And then that's when it became a trick standpoint where it's more so of a, financial status. Like, hey, take care of this, take care of that. Is she wrong for that? Abso-freaking-lutely. But what I do appreciate is at the end of this, she admits that, I'm not in love with you. Some girls would have played the role continuously. She can no longer fake it. She can no longer say, hey, I want to leave this country so bad that I'm going to fake it with this guy. She can no longer say, hey, I want to give my kids a better life, that I want to fake it with this guy. Ximena has never put her kids at the forefront. I don't care how much we see these well-behaved boys, how much we see them, her helping them in the morning. She has not put her kids in the forefront. I think a lot of those kids' wonderful behavior, as wonderful as they are, probably comes from the family as well, contributing to their upbringing. Ximena has been for the streets. She has been in these streets. And she has been in these streets since she was 15 years old. She's for the streets. She has no intention of creating a better future for her kids. If she did, she wouldn't have gotten with a hitman. Why did you get with a hitman if you knew that you wanted a better life for your children? Why even put them in harm's way? You staying out all night, not till 9 in the morning, but you're putting your kids first? No. Ximena looks up with a supportive family, and especially since all of them are staying at her house, that's who's watching those kids. Come on now, we know how this goes. If you from a humble beginning, from the hood, from wherever, you know exactly how this goes. We all know that one girl who threw the kids off on the parents or the siblings or the cousins, never was with their child, always in the streets. We all know that person. At least I do. Ximena is for the streets. Ximena is so much for the streets that Ximena is 25 years old and looks like she is in her late 30s. Talking about she wants to be a model. By the time Ximena hits 30, she's going to be looking like she's in her 50s. And that's if she's still alive, which I hope so. But let's be real, though. Someone that's in the streets like that, you go into loan sharks and hitmans and all of these, that's not somebody that's looking to live long. That's not somebody that is enjoying their life. Mike, she did you a favor. Yeah, it hurts, but she did you a favor. Because you have a life to live. Regardless of how repulsive you are, you don't need to be surrounded by that. I'd say, just like I said last time, both of you guys can do better. You can do way better than Ximena. Way better. And honestly, she can do better than you. Right? Both of you should just move on. And be glad that she told you that. The moment that girl said, hey, no boobies, no wedding, she knew immediately that she had the upper hand. She knew immediately that you were obsessed with her. Handle her like the average broad that she is. And go on with your life. Yeah, so that's just my review. This was going to be quick, as I told you. No one else really mattered this episode outside of those two, Ben and Mahogany, which we spent less than a minute and a half on. And then Ximena and Mike. So you guys let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Make sure you like and subscribe. You know, I'm still growing this channel. And I'm trying to get a little bit more consistent with things. So I would love to hear everyone's feedback. Okay, bye.